We're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Two teams that met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Off play action. It's Howell. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Faking the handoff. Howell. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Now 2nd and 9. Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Howell. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second down and 6 now. They'll run it again with Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Henry running right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 54 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Hal now to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Seven, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. This will go to Henry out wide. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's 2nd and 10.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Odafe Oweh in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Henry up the middle. He'll get this down to the 38.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Hey, middle. Hey, middle.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing here, Howell. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now they go play action with Howell. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Back to throw, Howell. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And they will take over first and 10. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while they'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
70 range.
And Howe will throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Here we go, Shaq. 79 Broncos.
Howell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Shut up. Dragon 60.
One last shot before the break. Howell. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them, because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Middle. 13.
Running left, it's Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Jackson now. We're looking deep here for Flowers. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 51 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop.
Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in the end zone, and no run back forthcoming, so they will bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center filders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
They'll go play action. Howell And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Howell from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Howell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 102 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. On this one, may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
Henry, touchdown, Baltimore. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Check that. Here we go, set.
Running left is Tracy. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Howell. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? He'll find Bateman once more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll get this down to the 10. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Eluding the... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Hyatt there to grab it. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's... football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 130 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. With the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still in their back pocket. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, report.
They'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Throwing, Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This is 1st and 10. Here's Howell. Connects with Slayton. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Howell to throw. Once again, he finds Slayton. So there's one big play followed by the timeout as we're under 10 seconds to go. And now how do you play it offensively? We'll find out. Here's 1st down.
Ready.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
79 Bronco. 18 Rattler. Dragon 60.
Howell with one final shot. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you get that
One
up?
of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.
Yellow. Baseline. Yellow. Baseline.